And now, to this year's recipients. So, any of the MOEs, does anyone want this award? No? Couple people? There's like a couple people out there that might want it. Right. So, this is the fun part. As we look at our 2017 Dealer of the Year, they are dedicated to sharing their best practices with other Bryant dealers from across the country. They are fighting the industry workforce shortage issue by training and developing employees and by participating with trade schools and helping with educating the next generation of our workforce. And they are rapidly expanding their business and continue to invest in their market. Can we have a drum roll, please? I liked the one going on down here, almost better than the sound effect. Our 2017 Dealer of the Year will go to Chapman Heating and Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Largest Bryant dealer in the Indianapolis market. They moved into their offices a few years ago and have already outgrown it. They are building their new expansion right now and have been very dedicated to training the next generation of their workforce.
You got the big red coat, you go in the middle.
Yeah.
Put one guy on the other side of Jeff. There you
Of course. Do you want the rest of your team to stay up here?
Well, I'll start out by apologizing. Years ago, we got our first marketing firm, and we do a lot of radio advertising because they pointed out to me I had a face for radio. And you guys are going to get the whole package here for a moment. You know, we a lot of times things that are just hard, cold, true facts that we can't change, and we say them over and over. Sometimes we maybe don't believe that we're just giving it lip service or, you know, it's a cliche. I think in this group here, we know that our success is our people. And I'm pretty privileged to get up every day. Got the finest group of people behind me. You know, it goes beyond the heating and air conditioning work we do. I just get the chance to go to work with people that are good human beings. And I really appreciate that, guys. And that group represents about 70 people that wear our brand very proudly and make me a better person every day. And I want to give them a quick hand, please. Another point I'd like to make is, you know, I've been in this industry a long, long time, 43 years, I think. And as dealers and distributors, you know, a lot of times we talk partnerships. A lot of times we're talking out both sides of our mouth. We are really, really blessed with the Habegger Corporation that is a true partnership. And back in 2006, I was sitting in my office one day. I realized I just wasted 10 years of my life in my career. And a gentleman named John Taylor was sitting across the desk from me, and I said, I'm all in, John. I'm not going to live this way. We're going We're going to go. And John said, I'm with you. And about a month later, I was over in Ohio at Great Wolf Lodge, and one of the great men in the distribution side, if you haven't met him yet, is Fred Habegger. And so I went up to Fred in the hallway, and he was gracious enough to spend some time with me. And I told him my idea, you know, that how I felt. I wasn't sure I was believing it yet. And Fred spent 15 minutes with me, and he said that, and this is one of the greatest distributors in the country, and he said that he always made his biggest accomplishments in the worst of times. And I don't know what about you guys, but in '06, man, we got our lunch handed to us, and we know it got worse after that. And he really gave me a lot of confidence, and he said he would help us. And they did. They took big chances on us. They put their money where their mouth was. They backed us. And we grew tenfold in 10 years. And it was because of that partnership. And Fred, it's my understanding you guys have been a Bryant distributor for 65 years. I think we're proud to say we're your first dealer of the year. Thank you very much. This is for you. One last thing, on a personal note, 52 years ago, my mom brought a 9-year-old boy to Indianapolis, and besides being crying about leaving the country and coming to the big city, he was also car sick. But, you know, my first trip, any of you guys like Mr. Gibbons or someone that knows where the old Bryant factory was, my first trip down Burnsville Parkway and Montcalm Avenue was quite an eye-opener for a young country boy, and I laugh. I think the only thing that saved me was I was slightly familiar with the concept of couch on the front porch, but the rest of it was pretty foreign. But the truth of the matter was, at 9 years old, the first place I stepped on the ground in this town was at the old Bryant factory. It was on Bryant soil. And it's only dawned on me recently that at that moment, the Bryant brand began to feed, clothe, and shelter me. And it did that, it has done that my entire life. Obviously, as a young man, I didn't realize that check that paid the light bill and put food on the table was Bryant. But as a 17-year-old entering the trades and working for a Bryant dealer, it did. I started to grasp it a little. And later on, as a dealer and selling the Bryant brand, you know, I realized that I was a Bryant guy. You know, when I grew up in my house, every ashtray, deck of cards, screwdriver, coffee cup, it all said Bryant on it, you know? So I know a lot of people say they love the brand, and I know you do, but it is truly a part of who I am. It is allowed a 17-year-old high school dropout. This industry allows you and rewards you for hard work. The brand supports you. I couldn't be happier. I promise you that Chapman Heating and my team will represent all of you this year's Dealer of the Year the way you deserve. Thank you.
Congratulations. Stay up here with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now this is the fun part. You having fun?
Yeah.
Good. Look at this. All for you. So, oh man, they love you. This is more than Tony got. This is pretty good. So moving into the even more fun part of this is, as the Dealer of the Year, you do receive a prize package. So we have behind us here a couple things that are going to play. So you got a couple options, door 1, 2, and 3. Door number 1. All right. So our first package option is investment into equipment and support for a technical training center that would be able to be used to help train your workforce and to bring more people into your workforce. Option 1. Okay, we got a couple. Option 2. Here. A local media package that targets Facebook and Pandora for a 6-week local ad program. So, okay, guys, got something? And door number 3, good old trusty here, a 2017 Ford F-150 with a Bryant wrap already on it for you. So, all right.
I want to vote, I think I know what it should be. We're building about 11,000 square feet. A lot of it's training.
Yeah, what?
Number one.
Oh, that was like the quickest decision that we have seen up here. All right. All right, so you're going to go to the training center. So we will work with you to help figure out what that equipment support investment will look like and how we can support you in that initiative. All right.
Try not to break.
Shelly?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Don't worry. The Ionis team has your back here. They've been through this. They know. So congratulations again to Chapman for all that they've achieved in this past year. And my question then to all of you is who's next? Who's next year's Dealer of the Year? And who's working towards that? Oh, I see hands up back there. All right. I like that. So as we leave here tonight, take this energy and excitement with you as you continue through the weekend and go back to your teams. And let us know how we can be a part of that journey. Because we are here to be your partner and to help you with whatever you need, whatever it takes, we'll help you make your mark. See, that was as many slogans as I can get in there at once. All right, thank you again for everything that you do to be a partner to the Bryant team. And we are excited for the rest of our weekend, so make sure you check your app and see all of the great things we have going on tomorrow with the parade or the track, whatever you had chosen. And all of that information will be on your app. So thank you. Have a good evening.